Good morning, and how are you this morning? Oh,
Wow.
that didn't feel
Jeez.
right.
Great singing in the rain. Good morning. Good morning. Da, 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 da.
We are going to react to Ren, but we don't know which song.
No, because we have a new game, if you will, that we're going to play. A game that no one loses. My favorite kind of game. It's called Ren Roulette. So basically, we got a bunch of Ren songs in a big wheel, and we're just going to randomly pick. And the great thing is, we it's going to be good no matter
The,
what we do.
the
So
theory is we can't go wrong. So we're testing Ren here and all of your suggestions. We got 18 on the wheel. We did purposely leave Money Game Trilogy out of this because we're going to include that. We're going to kind of feature that in our next live reaction to Ren.
you can't
Shall
go
we?
wrong with Ren Roulette, right?
Correct.
You missed my alliteration there, but that's
Wait,
okay.
wait, what was it? We can't.
You can't go wrong with Ren Roulette, right? Richard? It's
Really?
not ours.
I got it. Here we go. Spinning. What do we got? Oh my woman.
Okay,
Okay. All
nice.
right. That's what we're going to react to. I like it.
I
And
love the
before
little
we
music
do,
too.
I know, I wasn't even
Yeah,
expecting that.
before we do, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell so you always know what's going on in our world.
Yes.
Ren World. No, different.
Oh, it's got the R in there, so it kind of counts. Also, please be
Yeah.
sure to click on the link below where you can buy us coffee, help support this page, this reaction, and our new game. You can even become a
Why'd you say it like that?
oh, no. You can become a Throne League member, and you can get access to our reaction shorts on Sundays, and you can
And
also
our new
visit.
game!
You can also visit. You can also
Stupid.
visit Throga.com. Oh wait, where are we? There we go. Um, to you know increase your vocal skills. It's a good thing the Renegades have already seen us before, and there is a potential for this turning around and becoming a great reaction.
You can always skip this part, but why? Why would you?
This was, oh, it's the Big Push. And this was 5 years ago.
Okay. Just never know what you're gonna get with Ren. I love it. Like 50s style.
Why, my woman,
I can't remember the other singer's name.
why does she care for me, my love? My woman, isn't it plain to see? My woman.
Oh, come on.
Why does she care for me, my girl? Pretty woman, isn't it plain to see?
I love this video
Plain to
too.
see.
I was just thinking on that as well. It's just so simple and interesting and effective. It's just
He
this
always makes the
longing.
right visual choices. Obviously, he makes the right musical choices, um, one after another. But also his videos. I mean, and he does just a variety of different things visually, and it's just like this is the most simple that we've seen, but it's great. I love it.
It's
I'm like very.
so good.
It's a very endearing, very interesting choice.
I'm pulling up the member's name because you guys aren't live in chat, and I don't want to. So it's Ren, obviously. Romain, Romain. It's Romain, I guess. I apologize for saying his name wrong. Goran and Glenn. So I
Okay,
know three of them. I think they all sing, but three of them primarily. It was my memory of it. So correct me if I'm wrong.
I
All
love
right,
it.
let's keep going. I backed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Isn't it plain to see? Plain to see.
Ooh, that's cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Ooh.
my woman.
Ah, he could have just done
my
this
woman.
and nothing else.
Why does she
As a career.
care for
Yeah, I know.
me? Why does she
That's the skip.
Why does she care? Pretty woman, my love, isn't it plain to see? Oh, why, my woman.
Yes.
Why does she care for me? Why does she care? Why does she care? Oh, my woman. It's so plain to see.
All right, so last stop here. We got a ways to go with the
Mm.
song, which is awesome. Question: you mentioned earlier you referenced 50s. That's the era I thought of too. Why? What are the elements that gives it this a 50s
It's
feel?
that classic doo-wop sort of chord progression that almost like almost every 50s song seemed to have back in those days. So that's the so it's called the 1-6-4-5. That's the conventional way, but he's changing it up a little bit. So he's doing like a 1, it's in the key of G. So G, E minor. And then he goes to, instead of the 4 chord, he goes to a minor second chord, which is, they're sort of related, so they're
Right.
interchangeable. So some, that's the blue moon. You saw me standing
Yes,
alone.
yes.
That type of stuff. Every day, it's a getting closer. So
And then I
there's
think,
a challenge to that, because how to take something that's so just so familiar to the ear and do
Mhm.
something that's different melodically. So there's a familiarity to what he's doing, but he's also doing something very new and fresh. A song like this doesn't necessarily have like a verse, pre-chorus, chorus format. It's more of an A section, B section. So
right.
this "Oh woman," that part's the A section, and then it goes to this B part. Da, da, that.
Yes.
Na, na, na. And that's definitely a little bit, that's more uncommon than your sort of typical 50s
Right, but the
progression.
structure, you're right too, though. I wouldn't think about that. Also, the structure of the overall song is a little bit different of the 50s pop or successful songs versus modern era as well. And
Hmm.
they tend to be shorter. Now, this is long. Typically, in the 50s, this song would have been done at this point. Dude,
Yeah, they're
you know,
like 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 at the
exactly. It
most
already
back in
would have
those
been
days,
done.
right? Yeah, and also what makes it different too is when he just rips that, "La, la," that
Oh,
little part right
yeah.
there. He's kind of hanging out in the oh, da, 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 like that range of notes. Then he goes up like the full octave and just rips his throat
Just,
out. I love it.
it just gives it this wild, just the fiery, unexpected, which is Ren.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And,
It's
and I
bring
think
that
that's
Ren
what makes
rawness.
this song last more than 2 minutes too. Like if he just kept looping the same delivery, that we would have checked out a
Hmm.
little bit. So
Yeah.
love it.
I love.
Where are we going now? back together. That was cool. That was a C-section at the end there. I just
A
completely went.
C-section.
Not the technical term. But
Okay.
ending with the bridge, right? So it kind of like move into a different place. Was it the same key? Was he still in G?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
still in. Yeah.
So it's just.
Um. Yeah. So he just had a little bit of a variance outside of the key, so that A major is outside of the
Oh,
G
okay.
major.
All right. That's what made it feel
So he's just
different.
making a major.
And I know we keep referencing Ren obviously because that's why we're here. But this is definitely a magical group coming
Hmm.
together that created this era of songs for him with the Big Push. I love that they were able to capture a very organic sound because even in the studio now, even if you have a live drummer, it's so easy to cheat. What's called triggering, bring in, it's like you played snare, but you bring in a different snare, replace it to make it fit into today's sound, or the type of microphones they used and just how things were compressed. It feels like they used like quality equipment, the microphones to the compression to the reverb, everything that was also reflective of maybe a little more of a retro era that gives it this really organic
It was,
vibe.
yeah, I thought it was definitely organic, but I feel like that old sound, they utilize reverb a lot more, a lot of like the slap back sort of. So a lot of the stuff back then wasn't super dry. I
True.
almost felt like the dry sound was preceded the 50s just because they didn't really have the technology as much.
Sure.
So like, the
That's what
old,
gives it an intimate feel too, I would say.
yeah, like the old like Lead Belly recording, stuff like that, or like even some Sinatra stuff, it's just like it's super dry. And then when the 50s came along, stuff started getting more saturated with reverb. Um,
Well, way
but
to
and I
accurately dispute my comment. Sure. That's fine.
sorry. Um, I mean, I do like it because it's a fresh take on that style of music, which again, it's just so like identifiable in generationally identifiable. Um, so to have that the Ren spin on it and making something that's familiar and taking it into a new direction, I think
Oh yeah.
that is on brand for him and the other guys in the group as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
great
just
execution, great vibe, great harmonies all the way through.
yeah.
This is my new favorite game to play.
Well, I like it because there's no risk. Because I get
There's,
very
there's
nervous
zero
gambling. I'm not a
risk.
gambler. I know you
Zero
like
risk.
gambling more than I do. I hate it. So
I've
this is for me.
I've grown, I've matured.
It's
So
true.
we will have more Ren Roulette
Run roulette.
on. We have a date for you guys where we're gonna do Money Game Trilogy. Drum roll. Where did I put it? June 4th. So it's the first Wednesday of June. We're coming back with Money Games and more Run Roulette. So we can't wait to see you guys there. We hope you enjoyed this reaction. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Beautiful.
Bye for now.
See you guys.